Hello and welcome. It is so good to have you here with me today. This is your friend Olivia from Learn English Easy, and this is a safe place for your English journey. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Just in your mind, you are trying to speak English. You have a sentence in your head, but you are not sure. Is it right? Is it wrong? You feel a little nervous. You feel a little shy. Maybe you say the sentence, and then you see a small smile on the other person's face. Or they say, "Sorry, what do you mean?" And you feel your face get hot. You think, "Oh no, I made a mistake. My English is not good." Can you feel that feeling? I know that feeling. I think every English learner knows that feeling. It is not a good feeling. It makes you want to be quiet. It makes you want to stop trying. But I am here today to tell you something very important. Making mistakes is not bad. Making mistakes is how we learn. It is how we grow. The problem is not making mistakes. The problem is when we keep making the same mistakes again and again, and we do not know why they are mistakes. That is why we are here together today. In this video, we will talk about 10 very common English mistakes. Maybe you make some of these mistakes. Maybe you hear other people make them. These are small mistakes, but when you fix them, your English will sound so much better, so much clearer, and you will feel so much more confident. This is not just a lesson. This is a conversation between you and me. We will go slowly. We will practice together. We will understand why these mistakes happen, and we will learn the correct way. This is your first step to speaking English with more confidence. Are you ready to take that step with me? I know you are. So let us begin this journey. Let us find those little mistakes and say goodbye to them together. Before we look at the first mistake, I want to talk about why we make mistakes. It is very simple. Our brains are smart. Our brains like to find patterns. When you learn English, your brain often uses the rules from your first language. It tries to help, but sometimes the rules are different, so your brain helps you in the wrong way. And that is okay. That is normal. Today, we are going to help your brain learn new patterns. Better patterns, correct patterns. I want you to promise me something. Promise me that you will not feel bad if you hear a mistake that you make. I make mistakes too. Everyone does. This is not about being wrong. This is about getting better. This is about growth. So take a deep breath. Get comfortable. Let us learn together. Lesson 1. Let us start with a very common mistake. A mistake with the word since and for. This is a very common confusion. I hear it all the time. People say things like, "I live here since 3 years," or "I have been studying English since a long time." Can you hear the problem? Let me explain. We use for when we talk about a period of time. A length of time. How long something happens. For example, we say for 1 hour, for 3 days, for 5 months, for a long time. For many years, the word for answers the question, how long. Now we use since when we talk about the starting point of an action, the exact time when something began. For example, we say since Monday, since 2020, since January, since I was a child, since last week. The word since answers the question, when did it start? So let us look at our wrong sentences again. I live here since 3 years. This is wrong because 3 years is a period of time, a length of time. It is not a starting point, so we must use for. The correct sentence is, I have lived here for 3 years. Did you notice I also changed live to have lived? That is another part of the pattern. We often use since and for with the present perfect tense. But that is a lesson for another day. For now, let us focus on for and since. The second wrong sentence was, I have been studying English since a long time. This is wrong because a long time is a period of time. It is not a starting point, so we must use for. The correct sentence is, I have been studying English for a long time. So to help you remember, think of it like this. For is for a duration, a length. Since is for a specific point in time. Let me give you more examples. I have worked at this company for 6 months. I have worked at this company since June. She has been my friend for 10 years. She has been my friend since 2014. We have had this car for a week. We have had this car since last Saturday. Do you see the difference? It is a small change, but it makes your English so much more accurate. So the next time you want to talk about time, stop for 1 second. Ask yourself, am I talking about a period of time or a starting point? If it is a period, use for. If it is a starting point, use since. You can do this. Lesson 2. Now let us talk about a very small word, a word that causes a lot of big problems. That word is the definite article. Many languages do not have articles like a and the, and many languages use them differently, so it is very confusing. But we will make it simple today. We will look at one very common mistake. The mistake of using the when we talk about things in general. Listen to this wrong sentence. I love the pizza, or the life is beautiful, or she is studying the English. These sentences are wrong for one reason. We are talking about the whole idea of something. We are talking about pizza in general, all pizza. We are talking about life in general, the concept of life. We are talking about the English language as a subject. When we talk about things in a general way, we do not use the. So the correct sentences are, I love pizza, life is beautiful. She is studying English. We do not use the. We use the zero article. That means no article at all. When do we use the? We use the when we talk about something specific, something that both you and the listener know about. For example, if you and I are looking at a pizza, and I say, I love the pizza, that is correct, because we are talking about that specific pizza in front of us. If I say, the life of a student is busy, that is correct, because I am talking about one specific type of life, the life of a student. If I say, the English she speaks is very clear, that is correct, because I am talking about the specific English that she speaks. So the rule is simple. General ideas know the. Specific things use the. Let us practice. I like cats. This means I like all cats, cats in general. I like the cats. This means I like those specific cats, maybe the cats in my house. Coffee is delicious. Coffee in general. The coffee is delicious. This specific coffee I am drinking now. Knowledge is power. General idea. The knowledge I gained from that book is powerful. Specific knowledge. It takes practice, but you will start to feel the difference. When you talk about your likes, your hobbies, general things, remember, know thee. Just say, I love music. I enjoy movies. I need time. This one small change will make a huge difference. Your English will sound much more natural. Try it. Lesson 3. This next mistake is about two words that look very similar, but they are very different. Those words are look and see, and also hear and listen. Many people use these words in the same way, but they are not the same. Understanding the difference will help you express yourself much more clearly. Let us start with see and look. To see is something you do without thinking. Your eyes are open, so you see. It is a passive action. For example, I see a bird outside my window. I was not trying to see it. I just saw it. My eyes received the image. To look is an active action. You decide to look. You focus your eyes on something. For example, look at this picture. It means direct your eyes to this picture and pay attention. Or, I am looking for my keys. It means I am actively trying to see my keys. So you see something without trying. You look at something on purpose. The key is intention. Are you just receiving the image, or are you actively focusing? Now, let us talk about hear and listen. It is the same idea. To hear is a passive action. Sounds come to your ears. You hear them without trying. For example, I hear a noise outside. I was not trying to hear it. I just heard it. To listen is an active action. You decide to listen. You pay attention to the sounds. For example, I listen to music every day. This means I choose to pay attention to the music. Or, please listen to me. This means please pay attention to my words. So you hear sounds without trying. You listen to sounds on purpose. Again, the key is intention. Now, let us look at some wrong sentences. I am seeing the trees. This is usually wrong because see is not often used in the continuous form. We would say, I see the trees if it is a passive action, or I am looking at the trees if I am actively focusing on them. Another wrong sentence is, I don't see my keys anywhere. I need to find them. This is actually correct because see can be used for the ability to see. But a more active sentence would be, I am looking for my keys, but I can't see them. For hear and listen, a common mistake is, I hear music. This is correct if the music is just in the background. But if you are paying attention, you should say, I am listening to music. Another mistake is, I don't hear you. Can you repeat? This is okay, but it is more common to say, I can't hear you. Or, I wasn't listening. Can you repeat? That means you did not pay attention. So remember this. Look and listen are active. You do them with purpose. See and hear are passive. They just happen to you. Think about your actions. Are you passive or active? This will help you choose the right word. It is a small detail, but it shows a strong understanding of English. Lesson 4. We are doing so well. I am proud of you for staying with me. This is a long journey, but you are here. You are learning. That is amazing. Now let us talk about a mistake that involves feelings. a mistake with the words boring and bored, and also interesting and interested. This is a very, very common mistake. People often say, I am boring, or this book is very interested. But this is wrong, and it can be funny. If you say, I am boring, it means you are a person who is not fun. You make other people feel bored, but you want to say that you feel bored. So what is the difference? Words that end with an "e", like boring, interesting, exciting, describe the thing or the person that causes the feeling. The movie is boring. This means the movie causes me to feel bored. My job is interesting. My job causes me to feel interested. He is an exciting person. He causes people to feel excited. Words that end with ed, like bored, interested, excited, describe how a person feels. I am bored. This is my feeling. I am interested in history. This is my feeling. We are excited for the party. This is our feeling. So you are not boring unless you think you make people feel bored. You are bored. The book is not interested. The book cannot feel interest. The book is interesting. It causes you to feel interested. Let us practice with more examples. The teacher is boring. This means the teacher is not fun. The students are bored. This means the students feel bored. The news was surprising. The news caused surprise. I was surprised by the news. I felt surprise. This game is tiring. The game causes tiredness. I am tired after the game. I feel tired. Do you see the pattern? The ein word describes the source of the feeling. The ed word describes the person who has the feeling. So the next time you want to talk about your feelings, use the ed word. I am bored. I am interested. I am excited. And when you describe a thing, use the ing word. This movie is boring. This subject is interesting. This trip is exciting. It is a simple switch. But it makes your English correct and clear, and you will never accidentally say that you are a boring person again. Lesson 5. We are halfway through our list. You are doing great. Keep going. This next mistake is about quantity, about how much or how many. The words much and many, and also a lot of. This is a problem because the rules are different for countable and uncountable nouns. Do not worry about those words, countable and uncountable. We will make it simple. First, what are countable nouns? Things you can count. 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples. Apples are countable. 1 book, 2 books. Books are countable. 1 idea, 2 ideas. Ideas are countable. What are uncountable nouns? Things you cannot count. You cannot say 1 water, 2 waters. You say water or some water. You cannot say 1 information, 2 informations. You say information or some information. Other uncountable nouns are music, advice, weather, work, money. Now, the word many is for countable nouns. How many apples do you have? I have many apples. I don't have many books. The word much is for uncountable nouns. How much water do you need? I need much water. This is correct, but wait, there is more. In positive sentences, we often do not use much and many alone. We use a lot of. For example, we usually say, I have a lot of apples, not I have many apples. And we say, I need a lot of water, not I need much water. But in negative sentences and questions, we use much and many very often. For example, I don't have many friends. Do you have many friends? I don't have much money. Do you have much time? A lot of can be used for both countable and uncountable nouns in positive sentences. I have a lot of books. Countable. I have a lot of time. Uncountable. So the common mistake is using much with countable nouns or many with uncountable nouns, or using much in a positive sentence when a lot of is better. Wrong sentences. I have much friends. This is wrong because friends is countable, and we are in a positive sentence. Correct is, I have a lot of friends. Or I have many friends is grammatically okay, but a lot of is more natural in spoken English. Another wrong sentence. I need many water. This is wrong because water is uncountable. Correct is, I need a lot of water. Another wrong sentence. She has much money. Money is uncountable, but this is a positive sentence, so it sounds a bit strange. Better to say, she has a lot of money. So to make it easy, remember this simple rule. In positive sentences, use a lot of for both countable and uncountable things. I have a lot of oranges. I have a lot of juice. In questions and negative sentences, use many for countable things and much for uncountable things. Do you have many oranges? I don't have many oranges. Do you have much juice? I don't have much juice. This will make your speaking sound very natural. It is a very common pattern in everyday English. Lesson 6. Let us talk about a mistake that happens every day. A mistake with the present continuous tense. I hear people say things like, I am believing you, or this cake is tasting good. These sentences are not correct. Why? Because of a special group of verbs. We call them stative verbs. Stative verbs are verbs that describe a state, not an action. A state is a situation that does not change much. For example, believe, like, love, know, understand, taste, smell, sound, want, need. These verbs are not usually used in the continuous form. We do not say, I am believing. We say, I believe. We do not say the cake is tasting good. We say the cake tastes good. Why? Because these verbs describe how things are, not what is happening right now. When you say I believe you, it is a state of your mind. It is not an action you are doing at this moment. When you say the cake tastes good, it is a state of the cake. It is not an action the cake is doing. Action verbs like run, eat, study, write can be used in the continuous form. I am eating, she is studying, they are running. So let us correct our wrong sentences. I am believing you is wrong. Correct is, I believe you. This cake is tasting good is wrong. Correct is, this cake tastes good. Here are more examples of stative verbs. I like music, not I am liking music. I know the answer, not I am knowing the answer. You have a beautiful house, not you are having a beautiful house. Wait, have is sometimes a stative verb. When have means to own, it is stative. I have a car, not I am having a car. But when have is part of an expression, like have a shower, have a party, it is an action. So we can say, I am having a shower, I am having a party. It can be confusing. But for now, just remember the main stative verbs. The verbs for thoughts like know, believe, understand. Verbs for feelings like love, hate, want. Verbs for senses like taste, smell, sound, feel. And verbs for possession like have, own. These verbs are usually not used in the ing form. So if you want to say how you feel or what you think, use the simple form. I want a coffee. I understand the problem. I love my family. This is a simple rule that will correct many of your sentences. Lesson 7. This next mistake is about the future. Talking about the future in English can be tricky because there are many ways to do it. But one very common mistake is using the word will for everything, especially for plans and arrangements. Many learners say, I will meet my friend tomorrow. This is not wrong, but it is not the best choice if it is a plan. Let me explain. We use will for decisions we make at the moment of speaking. For predictions, for promises. For example, the phone rings and you say, I will answer it. That is a decision now. Or I think it will rain tomorrow. That is a prediction. Or I will always love you. That is a promise. But for plans, for things you have already decided to do, we use be going to. For example, I am going to meet my friend tomorrow. This means I have a plan. I decided before. It is not a decision now. And for fixed arrangements, things that are organized, we often use the present continuous. For example, I am meeting my friend at 3 o'clock tomorrow. This sounds like we have a specific time and place. So the wrong idea is using will for everything. Let us see the differences. Imagine you see a friend. She says, what are your plans for the weekend? You can say, I am going to visit my parents. This is your plan. It is decided. If you say, I will visit my parents, it sounds like you just decided that second. Or it sounds less certain. Another example. Look at those black clouds. I think it is going to rain. We use going to here because we see the evidence now, the black clouds. It is a prediction with evidence. If you say, I think it will rain, it is also okay. It is a general prediction. But for personal plans, going to is much more common. So the common mistake is using will when going to is better. I will study English every day. This is a promise or a general intention. I am going to study English tonight. This is a specific plan for tonight. So think about your intention. Is it a quick decision? Use will. Is it a plan you made before? Use going to. Is it a fixed arrangement with a time? You can use the present continuous. This will make your future talk much more accurate and natural. Lesson 8. We are almost there. Just a few more to go. You are so strong for continuing. This is how you succeed. You keep going. Now, let us talk about a mistake with prepositions. Prepositions are small words like in, on, at, to, for. They are very difficult because every language uses them differently. Today, we will look at one very common pair, in and on for time. People often say, I will see you on Monday, or I was born in March. These are correct. But sometimes people get confused. They say, I will see you in Monday, or I have a meeting on the morning. So what is the rule? We use on for days and dates. On Monday, on Tuesday, on my birthday, On Christmas Day, on the 5th of May, we use in for longer periods, like months, years, seasons, and parts of the day. But wait, not all parts of the day. We use in for months, in March, in December, for years, in 2024, for seasons, in winter, in summer, for parts of the day, like in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but we use at for specific times. At 3 o'clock, at noon, at night, at midnight. And here is the exception. We say at night, not in the night, and we say on for a specific morning, afternoon, or evening if it has a day. For example, on Monday morning, on Tuesday evening, on a sunny afternoon. So the wrong sentence, I have a meeting on the morning, is wrong because it is not specific. It should be, I have a meeting in the morning, but I have a meeting on Monday morning is correct because it is specific. Another wrong sentence, let's meet in Monday. Wrong. Correct is, let's meet on Monday. So to remember, think of it as a line. At is for a point in time, like 3 o'clock. On is for a line that is 1 day long. In is for a longer line, like a month or a year. And remember the special phrases in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but at night. And use on when you add a day, on Sunday night. It seems like a lot, but with practice, it becomes natural. Just try to remember the main idea. On for days, in for longer periods, at 4 clock times, Lesson 9. This mistake is about the word enough, a very useful word. But it is often placed in the wrong position in the sentence. People say, I am not enough tall, or I don't have money enough. These sentences are wrong. The rule for enough is simple. When enough is an adverb, it comes after the adjective or adverb it modifies. For example, you are tall enough. Enough comes after the adjective tall. He runs fast enough. Enough comes after the adverb fast. When enough is a determiner before a noun, it comes before the noun. For example, I have enough money. Enough comes before the noun, money. There is enough time. Enough comes before the noun, time. So the wrong sentence is, I am not enough tall is wrong because enough is after the adjective. Correct is, I am not tall enough. I don't have money enough is wrong because enough is after the noun. Correct is, I don't have enough money. Let us practice. She is old enough to drive. Enough after the adjective old. We have enough food for everyone. Enough before the noun food. He didn't work hard enough. Enough after the adverb hard. They have enough information. Enough before the noun information. It is a simple rule of position. Before a noun, after an adjective or adverb. Think about what word enough is describing. If it is describing a noun, put it before. If it is describing an adjective or adverb, put it after. This will make your sentences perfect. Lesson 10. We have arrived at our last common mistake. And this one is very important. It is about the difference between say and tell. Two verbs for speaking, but they are used differently. People often say, he said me hello, or she told that she was tired. These are wrong. The main difference is that tell usually has a person object. You tell someone something. You tell me, you tell him, you tell a story. Tell is usually followed by a person. Say is usually not followed by a person object. You say something, you say hello, you say that you are tired. If you want to mention the person, you used to. You say hello to me. So the wrong sentence, he said me hello, is wrong. Correct is, he said hello to me. Or, he told me hello is sometimes used, but said to is more common for greetings. The wrong sentence, she told that she was tired, is wrong because tell needs a person. Correct is, she said that she was tired. Or, she told me that she was tired. Here are some common patterns with tell. You tell a person. Tell me, tell him, tell your mother. You tell a story, tell a lie, tell the truth, tell the time. With say, you say something, say hello, say goodbye, say your name, say a word, say that something is true. So remember this simple rule. Do you have a person after the verb? If yes, use tell. Tell me the story. If no, use say. Say the story is wrong. You say a word, but you tell a story. It helps to memorize common phrases. I said yes. I told him yes. She said goodbye. She told me a secret. He said nothing. He told me nothing. You will get used to it. Just remember the person. Tell needs a person to listen. And there we are. We have looked at 10 common English mistakes, 10 lessons to make your English clearer and more confident. We talked about since and for. We talked about the 4 general ideas. We talked about look and see, hear and listen. We learned about boring and bored. We discussed much, many, and a lot of. We learned about stative verbs. We talked about will and going to. We looked at in, on, and at for time. We learned the position of enough. And we finished with say and tell. That is a lot of learning. You should feel very proud of yourself. You spent this time to improve your English. That is a beautiful thing. I am so proud of you. But I want to tell you one last thing. Knowing these rules is the first step. The next step is to use them. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. When you make a mistake, just smile and correct yourself in your mind. Say, oh, I remember, it is I am bored, not I am boring, and then move on. Every time you do this, you make the correct way stronger in your brain. Your English journey is a long and beautiful path. There will be ups and downs, but you are not alone. I am here with you. And every day, you are getting better. Every time you listen, every time you speak, you are improving. So what will you do today to learn English? Maybe you will watch this video again. Maybe you will try to use one of these rules in a sentence. Maybe you will just think about them. Every small action is a step forward. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey. This is Olivia from Learn English Easy, sending you so much love and encouragement. Keep going. Keep learning. You can do this. I believe in you. Goodbye for now.